Today on Bay News.
Election 2016. Has this country become a house divided by the election? And are family and friends coming back after the results?
Social media and politics, more like hashtag making America cry again?
Drinking to celebrate or whether you're drinking to forget, we'll show you how some voters enjoy the night of the election. This and much more on today's edition of Bay News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States of America, of America, of America, of America.
Welcome to Bay News. I am Karina Vargas.
And I'm Andre Fernandez, giving you the latest on South Florida news as it happens.
With two of the most unpopular candidates in American history running for president, we experience the anger, the laughter, and passion as emotions are running high through this 2016 political campaign.
It's not hard to agree that this chaotic 2016 election has been far from conventional. Or is it becoming the norm? Tensions are heating up among friends and family. Reporter Vanessa Carache joins us now with the story. Vanessa?
Adrian and Tamara Hernandez have been happily married for 27 years. However, this year has been tough.
Every now and then we bump heads when it comes around election time, but this one, we even put the gloves on.
The chaotic 2016 presidential election not only divided the country, but also friendships and families. Mr. Hernandez's wife, Tamara, a Hillary Clinton supporter, doesn't see eye to eye with him and his adamant support for Trump.
I can't believe my husband is voting for Trump. This in our family is divided because of this.
All I know is Hillary is going to be a good candidate because she's going to support us, women.
I just feel ashamed of her decision voting for Hillary Clinton. Matter of fact, not Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton.
Family dinners used to be a time to discuss their day. Now it seems like this time is used for arguing about politics.
I mean, Hillary all the way.
And I'm going to give my vote, I'm going to support Donald Trump.
Why?
Because Hillary is a socialist communist.
But all I know is I already voted for her. I don't care what you say. You do whatever.
That's your right.
FIU students have also voiced the problems that this election is causing at home and with their friends.
If we were to choose the better evil, it would be Clinton over Trump. Though she's not great, she's better. And my aunt from my mom's side is 100% on Trump's side, which really gets us heated up, and we'll have plenty of arguments over that actually.
I am surprised that my Facebook friends has not unfriended me.
I can't wait for this election to be over so our marriage can get back normal again.
Although this election has tested friendships and relationships, now that it's over, let's see how these next 4 years help heal these rifts. For Bay News, I'm Vanessa Carcache.
Okay, Andre, we're not going to fight now. It's that time again, America. We get a new president. Nowadays, with the declining trust in traditional news, modern-day voters depend on social sharing of news stories to pick their 2016 president. Team Bay News reporter Samantha Rios brings us the details.
Social media has redefined the 2016 presidential elections. It has become an exciting platform for political information and opinion. As a new driving force behind politics, candidates are being monitored around the clock, whether that being through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media platform. Now, social media isn't just a one-way street, as said by Luis Rodriguez.
Well, I do believe social media played a huge role in the election, mostly for the Republican candidate, who utilized social media more than the Democratic candidate early on in the race. It's what really plummeted him to even the nomination, I think. But it definitely did push him to the top with all the videos being shared, even negative publicity and jokes and parodies and all this crap. That's what really pushed him to the top.
Hillary supporter Katherine Galvin lets us know which social media platforms she uses.
When it came down to the election, I got most of my news from my social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, things like that. that was basically, it wasn't hard to get it from there. If anything, it was hard to get away from all the information they were providing you with on those social media pages. There was definitely a double standard going on. Trump was more of an entertainer and Hillary was more of a politician on their pages. And when it came on their attacks on each other, there was definitely a pattern. Donald Trump always brought up Hillary Clinton's email scandal, and she always brought up either the wall, the tax evasion, locker room talk, or even like his ban on the immigration in general.
But not everything you see on social media is true. You can always have a little fun though.
I feel like Steve Harvey announcing it is pretty funny because he had like previous mistakes in the past, and I want to see how well he does it this time.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's actually going to joke around about it since he's done it before, and it's just going to add to the whole comedic, like Hillary Clinton versus like Donald Trump.
And when they found out Steve wasn't announcing the elections, social media has played a significant role in this year's race to the White House. It's only a matter of time before we find out who actually wins. May the odds be ever in our favor, America. This is Samantha Rios for Bay News.
Some of their tweets and Instagram posts have been very controversial. If you want to check out some of the most outlandish statements made by both candidates during the election, visit baynews.tv and watch Mac Pedrosa's infographic.
Amidst all this chaos from our presidential election regarding our hopeful candidates, we wanted to bring a little laughter to the citizens of this free nation and show off some very creative political memes. Let's see the reactions.
The corn. The corn horn.
I say definitely the corn. The corn.
The corn.
Who wore better?
The corn. That's really funny.
Too much fire, less fire, what do you think?
I think a little less fire.
A little less
like,
fire?
Like it would be like it's just kind of starting, so she can still try and deny it. Yeah.
That's salty. Ouch. The new shampoo.
Oh my God, that's definitely a bankruptcy.
I would never buy that. Oh, of course. That's good.
Oh my God.
When you, no, when you're in prison, no.
That's funny. What a stupid face. Not really.
Oh my gosh.
Is that literally Donald Trump?
I'm sure it was some Photoshop, but yeah. If you didn't have the toupee, that would for sure be him.
That totally, that definitely looks like him. He looks so gross. He looks like dough. He looks like dough with eyes.
He kind of does, like a little...
So, for more on political memes, visit baynews.tv and watch Jessica Fernandez's clip about the role of viral videos and memes that help drive the conversation and comedy during the election.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of Bay News.
For 50 years, FIU has been serving a community that's seeking something different from its university. From the sawgrass of the Everglades to the boardrooms of downtown, Miami is a modern, global city built with an entrepreneurial spirit that's always looking forward. A city that moves at this speed requires a public research university to support it. And that's what we've been building at FIU since 1965. A locally engaged, globally connected university.
Welcome back to Bay News. With us today are two South Florida stand-up comedians who have helped ease the tension with their humor in this election season. Christian Menares, a newcomer to the comedy scene, and Ben Zyper, a back-to-back winner on several comedy festivals here in South Florida. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So you guys, there's a lot to say about this political campaign. How would you define it?
Well, as an immigrant, as an outsider, seeing all this craziness, I never thought that Trump would make it that far because we always say, oh, look at that guy. That's it. He's not passing that line. And boop, he makes it to the next level. Right now, he's the candidate for the Republican Party, which I think is a shame after McCain. But hopefully people wakes up and realize that if he becomes president, I go back to Peru.
Ben, what about you? How would you define this political campaign?
Revealing, because I think you start to realize a lot of your friends are more racist than you originally believed, which is fun.
Ben, you're 17 years old.
For
You're
now.
you're not even allowed to vote. So how did you get the political side of it into your set, into your comedy set?
I think people just want to hear relatable humor, and that, you know, if you make jokes about it, it eases the tension a little bit. So that's the main reason. The other reason is that I realize people like to pay for political comedians, so I like money. I mean,
You like money?
a lot.
Who doesn't? Christian, you are a Peruvian immigrant, right?
Yes, I am.
How do you incorporate the immigration topic into your skit?
That's where I find my sources. Like, I try to see like the everyday life of my legal and non-legal friends and try to mix it together and bring it to the public, and somehow they like it because they're racist.
And do you make jokes about that? Like, how do you make a joke about immigration?
It's a writing process. Let's say someone says, there might not be comedians, but they say something that I think is funny. I write it down, and then when I sit down with my ideas, I just make a mess and try to grab the best part out of everything and come out with a joke.
Ben, what would you say it's your strongest political topic that you add into your set?
People love Gary Johnson jokes, I think, because he's like, he adds humor to this election. Just watching the guy, he's a funny dude to watch. Because, you know, like, you got like Trump being all like, no to everyone, and you got Hillary being all corrupt. So it's nice to see, it's nice to see a guy who's just kind of like doing his own thing. Even though he's wrong and an idiot, it's nice to see a guy doing his own thing. People
What
like
about
him.
you, Christian? What do you think is like the strong, what do you focus on when you're gonna get up in your audience?
With no doubt, immigration. Immigration is something that people are on their toes. They're thinking about it. You might not be an immigrant, but you want to know what's going to happen to Juan, your neighbor, you know? The grass is greener on the other side, unless they deport him.
Is it greener because he mows his lawn?
That was a joke. Wow, I hate to explain my jokes.
Christian, was there a theme to your set? Like, I know some comedians are a little bit more angry, some are more satirical. How do you guys go about when you guys get up to do your set? Like, what do you expect from your crowd?
I love to stretch reality. So people like facts, but they want you to exaggerate them. So that's my technique.
What about your technique, man?
When it comes to political humor, I think pandering a little bit. Because older crowds, I've noticed, like political jokes, and younger crowds don't. Because they're like, oh, we have to deal with that because of you people. So when I have an older crowd, I usually pander to them. But in general, my set, I say the theme would be like youth. I talk about from a young person's perspective, like what I have to see and like why should I care? I can't even vote. Like
And
that type of thing.
has that helped you? Do you think, like, how have people been reacting to that?
Well, I get a lot of people like, oh, good for you for being informed, and a lot of people being like, well, you're young, you're stupid. So
you are.
What would you guys say has been the funniest joke, if you can even say it now, Christian?
For my set, I mentioned how there's a real problem that Americans are not addressing, which is the Zika virus, because every day thousands of mosquitoes are coming into this country illegally. And when South America send their mosquitoes, they're not sending their best, because they're sending murderers, they're sending rapists. And some of them, I assume, are good mosquitoes. But we're going to build a wall, fantastic wall, great wall, and we're going to keep these illegal families away. And guess who's going to pay for it?
Who's going to pay for that?
Cuba. That's right.
What about you, Ben? What do you think is one of your best jokes?
I have a joke where I talk about how there's a lot of speculation as to what Hillary Clinton will call herself if she's elected president. You know, will she be Madam President, Mrs. President? I kind of hope she makes everyone call her Miss America.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that
This is, oh my gosh, you guys are great. Okay, this is, if you had a candidate in front of you, first row in your audience, Trump or Hillary, would you restrain it? Would you hold back from saying any specific joke that you guys have in your set?
I personally don't like to be restrained. I like to speak my mind. And if I could choose, one of them would be Trump.
And you would say everything to his face, all
Trump,
your jokes?
No, we love Trump. We do love Trump because as comedians, we don't even have to make an effort to make jokes. This guy is like the full package.
I'm sure you're going to love Peru.
He's giving us material like, I'm a citizen.
Ben, what about you?
If there were a candidate in my, I'd hope it'd be like Hillary because she's always trying to appear young, and I feel like she'd be like, people like jokes, I'm not funny, so why don't I go pretend to be funny?
But you wouldn't hold back from saying any jokes that you guys have in your set right now. You would
No,
be
because I don't think I'm too offensive right now to them. And also, if I am, then they're just overly sensitive. I mean, with programs like Saturday Night Live and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, I think I'm very tame about what I say about them compared to everyone else.
They're savages.
Yeah.
Has there been a bad experience that you've had with a crowd? Maybe you weren't too pleasing?
I had a bad experience with actually one specific lady. I had a fantastic set, and this lady approached me. She told me that she felt terribly offended, and she told me, I'm Venezuelan, and she left. Can I tell you the joke? So I said that, oh, I'm so glad that people in Miami prepared for Hurricane Matthew. I didn't, because when I went that day to Publix, there was no water, there was no food, not even toilet paper, and now I know what it's like to live in Venezuela.
Ben, what about you?
So I grew up in a pretty Jewish area, and we're pretty much all Democrats. So I had a gig where I made a joke about Trump, and the audience like, ugh. And that was like my first experience, like, oh my God, people are actually Trump supporters. Like, I thought this was like a joke. I thought it was like a running joke that like the news is pulling, like the crooked media. But like, no, they're real.
Oh yeah.
And they don't like to be made fun of. I'm surprised they understood the joke, to be.
Are you guys looking forward to this decision from the election?
No.
I mean, he's young, he doesn't care, he's a stupid.
I mean, I don't like either of the candidates. I kind of wish we could go back to primaries and redo it.
My candidate was Bernie, because I was feeling the burn.
I was feeling the burn too.
But then we went to see the doctor, and we got it over.
Oh my gosh. So, thank you so much for being here, Ben, Christian.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. We'll be right back with more Bay News after the break.
I'm gonna engineer something to withstand hurricane force winds.
I'm going to run for Congress.
I'm going to start a company in China.
I'm going to do my graduate research inside the world's only underwater sea lab.
I'm gonna dream it.
Then do it.
And from here on out,
for the rest of my life.
I'm gonna be a panther.
A panther.
An FIU panther.
Thank you for staying with us. Has your basic knowledge about the history of the United States and its political structure taken a back seat to news about pop culture? Or has the level of importance shifted? Is there just a sense of who cares? I asked college students a series of questions regarding our nation's history, politics, and pop culture. Let's check it out.
Name me one of Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriends.
John Mayer.
Taylor Lautner.
Quick.
Harry Styles.
Calvin Harris.
Quick on that one. What number president was JFK?
Oh gosh. I don't know.
Good question.
56.
A very unlucky one.
I know the song, George Washington. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I do know the song.
40 something? How many branches of government do we have?
2, 3. 4?
4. What's the fourth one?
Oh God.
What'd you say?
3.
3.
How many did you say earlier?
I said 3.
Sure. This is getting real.
Who won the Civil War?
I don't even know that far history. I really don't.
No?
No.
Was that even the Civil War?
That is the Civil War. You're close.
That's not a question. The Civil War is an internal war.
Yes,
so
who won it? How many amendments do we have in our Constitution?
10? No, that's God.
What is the biggest state in the U.S.?
I think it's Texas.
It's Texas.
All right.
Hey! Let's go, man.
It's Alaska.
Oh, get out of here! The arrogance. Oh, man.
Can you believe people struggled to find out who won the Civil War?
I'm going to put you in the spot and see if you can answer those questions.
And make sure to go to baynews.tv and check out David Gamon's video to take a look at the history of crazy and controversial elections in America.
There was a lot of excitement surrounding this year's election, and no matter who your favorite candidate is, there are many watch parties being held all around the country to await the results together. Miami being known for the center of entertainment, we sure know how to throw a party in style. Team Bay News reporter Nicole Meyer joins us from a watch party in Miami Beach to bring us a story. Nicole?
Hey guys, tonight we're here at the Standard Hotel in Miami Beach where they are hosting an election watch party. As you can see behind me, a bunch of people are eagerly awaiting to see who will be the next president of the United States. Hosted by drag Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, people here tell me that the election is a mess. However, coming together makes it a little bit easier. The Standard Hotel has been putting together watch parties throughout the election.
It's a mess. It's crazy, but it's exciting that today's the last day.
Voters have been able to come together to eat, drink, and mingle while watching the results of one of the most crucial elections this country has ever seen.
Any context, what makes America great is that we have an opportunity to come together to share different views and to find, even in the times when we may not agree, places where we do agree.
The event was fun-filled with lots of emotion. People were drinking politically themed drinks like Madame Prez and Trump TV while playing political scandal trivia. Attendees also filled out Canadian passport applications in case their nominee did not win.
It's a dog and pony show, right, Yoder? Right? Yes, it's ridiculous. Because it's really, when you have someone running for the country who says he's going to grab women in the and you have a woman who's known for lying, it's really sad. This is what it's come down to. When you feel powerless, what else can you do? You joke about these things.
Whether people voted for Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, a third-party candidate, or Harambe the gorilla, many people are upset with the lack of coverage on the topics they find to be important.
It's not even about the issues anymore or policies. It's just been like a personality contest. And really what people care about are the issues. And I think that, sadly, that's not what's been the main focus.
But one thing is for certain, voters believe that this election has pushed people to be more politically active in their communities. And even though the nation may be divided, it's nothing some good food and a few drinks can't fix.
Go out and vote. Make history.
This is Nicole Meyer reporting for Bay News TV.
Well, that was a little unique at that watch party.
Did you see that Donald Trump drag queen?
For more satire on politics, visit baynews.tv and watch Daniel Romero's infographic about the long history of political satire going all the way back to the ancient Egyptians.
And you know, Andre, not only do adults have something to say on this election season, I sat down with a group of people with really strong opinions about the candidates, and this is what they had to say.
Kids react to politics! No. Donald Trump is gonna lose. Donald Trump is gonna lose. Okay, Donald Trump is gonna lose, boy. Donald Trump. Okay, I watch the news and they sell papers of what they support. And Hillary is like she's a kid. Donald Trump called Hillary Clinton a pig, so that's not nice. If he gives my mother a new kitchen. If she gives the world money and she gives us nice stuff. I'll ask her that everything would be free in the world. We would have to wear pajamas every day to school. If she will be amazing. Because it's too confusing. Kids could vote because it doesn't matter if they're not older, but it's just because they don't go to the voting thing, whatever it's called. Hillary Clinton reminds me of my great grandma that died. I would let her sing hello, hello. It's me. Donald Trump would sing, let it go, let it go. I can't hold it back anymore. Because sometimes when Donald Trump gets mad or sad because Hillary is keeps talking and it's all wrong, sometimes he can't hold it anymore. I wish that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were being nice to each other instead of getting against each other.
And for a look into the role of comedy in this year's election, visit baynews.tv and watch John Powers' web video on this political campaign seen through local South Florida comedians.
I guess we're just going to have to hold our breath with this one. So that will do it for Bay News. I'm Andre Fernandez.
And I'm Karina Vargas. See you next time.
I want to talk like a robot. We'll show you how some voters enjoyed the night of the election. This and much more on today's edition of Bay News.
Two of the most oops, over here.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, am I going to be like, oh,
we're all going to die. We'll see you next time.
This studio's going to explode right now, so.
I'm sweating so much.